All right, a huge legal victory for prosecutors in the case against accused serial killer Rex Heuermann.
Yeah, this was big. A judge's decision clears the way for critical DNA evidence to be presented at his upcoming trial. Defense attorneys are challenging that very decision. Both sides are due back in court in 3 weeks. So joining us to talk more about this is Suffolk County DA Rex Tierney with the impact of this ruling in his case. DA Tierney, good to see you.
Good to see you.
This was huge. It's actually unprecedented. It's the first time ever that this type of cutting-edge genome sequencing from a lab in California has been permitted here in New York. So for the average everyday person watching this play out, can you explain what it is and really how it relates to this case?
Sure. So for the first time in New York State, and one of the first times in the country, we are utilizing this technology, which is able to obtain a DNA sample from a hair shaft. And using a technique called whole genome sequencing, where the entire genome is sequenced and hundreds of thousands of DNA results are found from locations along our DNA.
So we know that you've used this high-tech genome sequencing, but we also know that you use traditional DNA testing. Is it safe to assume that the results actually match?
Yeah. So we have, in this case, we have 9 questioned hairs. These are hairs that were left at the crime scene, and these hairs match with the defendant, his wife, his daughter, and one other person associated with the defendant.
I guess, you know, when you look at this, right, and it is impressive technology, why isn't it used more?
Well, I mean, I think this is a situation where the criminal forensics lags behind the science, and so this is used in anthropology, it's used in gene counseling, it's used in medical evaluations, and it's just now being brought into the courtroom, and we would submit it's long overdue.
And I think the big question is now that, you know, these link him to 7 women dating back to 1993, but with this advanced testing, could he be linked to other cold cases through this process?
Well, I mean, I think just not him. I think you know, this opens the door, because when you're talking about cold cases, oftentimes you have skeletonized remains, and the only thing that's really there is left at the scene to examine is bones and hair. And this technique allows you to derive a nuclear DNA result from those types of remains, and that's the only type of technique which would derive a result.
You know, so defense attorneys immediately filed a motion, right, to appeal the judge's decision and the ruling here, which means you're back in court again on September 23rd. Now, I can't believe, by the way, that Heuermann was arrested more than 2 years ago, and no trial date has yet to be set. So with this further delay, with this further court date, how much could it delay a potential trial?
Well, I think what we're, as I said yesterday, we're you know, going through the pretrial phase and hurtling towards the trial phase. So at the next court date, we anticipate answering that motion and getting a decision from the judge. There's also a motion of severance. We'll get a decision on that. And I think after that, I think it would be the court's intention to schedule a trial date.
You know, DA, because this is not widely used, right, and because you're talking about the science and technology, is there a potential that this could be flawed, or that will be the argument used? Or was this the key to get you to connect the dots here?
Sure. I think it's when you say it's not widely used, it's not widely used in the courtroom, but it is widely used in the scientific field. So again, this is just an opportunity for when you go to the doctor, when your wife who's pregnant it gets fetal testing. It's all done through this whole genome sequencing. So this is a modality that has been used for decades, and again, the court has just finally caught up.
Yeah.
Before we let go, do you have a quick update on Heuermann's health and his relationship with his wife?
You know, that's really something that is outside. I don't have control of the defendant. You know, he's represented by counsel, but you know, I understand that she was at the court appearance yesterday, and as far as health, I believe he's healthy.
Okay, DA Tierney, I appreciate you're very busy. Appreciate your time coming on to explain this, and keep us posted on the trial date and the hearing in September. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Good to see you.